Hi guys, and happy weekend. I hope that everybody had a great week. I know this week felt a little bit chaotic, a lot of emotions, a lot of people were tired. It's that new moon that we had was made us extra sensitive to energy. Pisces is very intuitive, but if we're not grounded, it was almost like you were getting hit by a truck of sensitivity. Don't worry, breathe through it. You got this. Here we are. We made it. So that's good news. So today we are pulling out cards for the week of March 22nd to March 28th. We are using the Prism Tarot, and we are also using the Southern Oracle. So let me go ahead and lower that camera, and we're just gonna focus on purpose this week. We're going to focus on ourselves and on our energy. So let's go ahead and shuffle this deck. And this deck is a beauty. Those of you that have known me for the decades know that I don't really work with decks that are like so extremely colorful. But I saw this deck and I needed it, and I thought it was going to be like an aesthetic thing. And then when I received it, it was really rare because as soon as I got it, I cleansed it and I was like, I need to use this deck. So I've been using this deck a lot this week. And let's go ahead and say, yes, we are still seeing those changes. So we're still seeing these cards really tuning in to our cards of the day that we are pulling out on Instagram and Facebook, right? So let's go ahead and pull out our affirmation to the side. So we start with the Nine of Lightning, which is amazing, right? And then we're being followed by the Abundance. So this is being resilient. Specifically next week, we have a lot of planetary things happening. And the thing about next week is being very careful with not allowing your emotions to take over and reacting out of emotions and doing something that later you will regret. This is all about staying grounded. This is all about standing your ground. It's definitely not a time to stay quiet because you definitely don't want to put things in the back burner because they will definitely come up. This is being resilient. This is being determined. This is not letting anything that shows up stop you from the things you want to accomplish, including your inner thinking, including the scarcity mindset. This is a week that you want to stay focused on you and whatever task at hand that you have. We are very surrounded by abundance because we're right in the beginning of spring. So we continue to want to work with setting intent. We definitely want to continue with, bringing what we want, working with your affirmations, working with those spells, whatever it is that you're doing, really telling the universe what we want. Not I wish, not I hope. No, this is what we want. We still see us in a very big releasing form. Just as I don't know about you guys, but I go through these times where I go in my closet and I just start pulling things out. My daughter takes half of them, and then I end up with like trash bags full of clothes, and I either take them to a friend or to the Goodwill. And it's almost like we're pulling things out without even looking. We're just like, I haven't worn this in 2 months. I haven't worn this in a year, and it's the same thing that we're going through, but with emotions. You definitely want to release and let go whatever doesn't serve you anymore. If you see that your mind is in a low state vibration, don't try to force yourself to switch it around. That's very toxic. Sit there and see, okay, why am I feeling like this? Why is this situation making me feel like this? This would be a great time for shadow work, for mirror work, to really go within yourself and do a great cleansing, cleansing that energy from the inside out. So this is not about burning sage. This is not about, cleansing yourself with selenite. We're seeing more of an internal work going within. What we see here is working with practicality, what I need versus what I think I need. This is also the ego. Don't let it get in the way. Don't let it say, hey, you were 42 at this time of your life. You should have been here. No, that's just what society has programmed us to believe. You want to stay grounded and work with what works for you. You're really not someone who is meant to be listening to other people's opinions. Yes, you welcome them, but at the end of the day, do not ever let anybody make you feel like you're less because they would have done things better. They have no right to say how you need to live your life. And this is a card right here that says, reclaim that power. Stop giving that away to other people that really have no idea of your essence, of your energy. What what we see here is lipstick on a pig, you guys. I love this deck so much. So what we see here is, do not cover anything up. Do not keep emotions bottled up, because by the time that the next weekend comes, this could come out like a volcano, right? You want to be careful with that coyote medicine. You want to be careful with trickery. You want to be careful with people who you have set boundaries with. And all of a sudden, they're going to be showing up with some kind of pity party. Oh, me, I'm me, sad hours seem long, like that. So instead of the Romeo and Juliet ordeal here, stand your ground. We start with that resilience. So specifically with someone that tries to use self-pity in order so they can manipulate you one way or another. I know that your healer heart will want to help this person. Give him one last chance out of the thousands of chances that you've given them. This is just not the week for that, right? What we want to see here is look closer, look beyond what they're saying, look beyond at what they're putting at the table. There's something more. Just be very careful with that trickster energy. They might be using some kind of manipulation here to get you to do what they want. When they see that you set those boundaries, then they're gonna come with the last resort of pity me, feel bad for me. We don't want to do that, okay? Because you've come a long way. What we see here is the honey child. Honey child is very into that spring energy. We see abundance, which we have right here. We see fertility. We see it's really time to stand up for what you believe in. This is a time of growth, and we see that with the death card. There is a lot of beginnings coming. You are in what you call your spiritual prime, even though it doesn't feel like that. In fact, spiritual prime kind of feels like we're losing our mind rather than everything's making sense. Now, our affirmation for this week, look how beautiful. It kind of says like that rap thing. I am worthy. I am, boom. I don't know how to rap, so I'm going to save your ears from that. I know I'm not a singer. You don't want to see that. If you've seen my dancing videos, I dance how I sing. So I am not gifted in that area. But we have I am worthy. I am worthy says I am enough. I am worthy of receiving everything I desire. I do not need to prove myself to those who would seek to diminish me. Thumbs up. I am worthy. That affirmation cannot be a better one for the energy that we're seeing. So I really hope that you guys, take this reading for whatever you want it to be. And remember, right now I am scheduling readings for the month of October. I know it's a long wait, but trust me, I wouldn't be so booked if it wasn't worth it. So think about it like that. Trust me, I still cringe when somebody buys a reading and I have to send them an email a few days later of like, this is your scheduled date. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, I hope they've been following my social media so they know that, I'm very open into saying when my next opening is. So right now we're scheduling for October, and right now we're also having a sale in the shop with code BRUJA, and you save 30% off shop wide, including your workshops, and code, what is the other code? Code SPIRIT, and you save 20% off all your readings, which are already on sale for 35. So 35 minus 20% is however much that is. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for joining me. I freaking love you. I will see you again next weekend. Lots of love and light to you all, and blessed be. Bye-bye.